Portugal is facing its biggest migration crisis in years. People are arriving faster than the country can support them. Housing is running out, salaries are low, and many citizens feel pushed out. But why is this happening right now? And is Portugal really prepared for what comes next? Let's break it down simply and clearly. The Portuguese economy has struggled since the 2008 financial crisis. Tourism helped, but the country wanted more stable growth. By attracting digital nomads, Portugal found a new way to connect the global economy, one based on technology, creativity, and innovation. However, not everyone is happy. As more foreigners arrive with higher salaries, local people face rising prices, especially for housing. In Lisbon, rents increased by more than 50% between 2019 and 2023. Many young Portuguese can no longer afford to live in the city where they were born. This is Portugal, a small country on the edge of Europe that has changed more than almost any other in the last decade. Beautiful beaches, sunny weather, friendly people, and tasty food make it feel like a dream. But there is something else behind this charm. Portugal has become one of the most popular homes for digital nomads, people who work remotely from their laptops while traveling the world. During the COVID-19 pandemic, millions of people started working from home. Offices closed and companies learned that workers could do their jobs from anywhere. When lockdown ended, many people didn't want to go back to their old routines. They realized they could earn money online while living in a cheaper and more beautiful place. That is how the global movement of digital nomads truly began. Remote work is now a part of modern life. It used to be a privilege for tech experts, but now designers, writers, marketers, and teachers can all work online. This new freedom changed how people think about work, lifestyle, and geography. So, why Portugal? There are many reasons. First, it has a warm climate and over 300 sunny days per year. The Atlantic Ocean offers great surfing, and cities like Lisbon and Porto are full of life. Second, Portugal is safe, friendly, and part of the European Union. It also has one of the lowest living costs in Western Europe. In 2022, the government introduced a digital nomad visa that allows foreigners to live and work in Portugal legally for up to a year, with the possibility to extend. To qualify, people must show they earn around €3,000 per month, enough to support themselves without working local jobs. This decision brought thousands of remote workers from the US, the UK, Germany, and Brazil. Digital nomads bring a lot of money into the local economy. They rent apartments, eat in restaurants, buy coffee, and use working spaces. Their spendings help small businesses and create new jobs in hospitality and services. The extra demand also encourages investment in internet infrastructure and creative industries. The Portuguese economy has struggled since the 2008 financial crisis. Tourism helped, but the country wanted more stable growth. By attracting digital nomads, Portugal found a new way to connect the global economy, one based on technology, creativity, and innovation. However, not everyone is happy. As more foreigners arrive with higher salaries, local people face rising prices, especially for housing. In Lisbon, rents increased by more than 50% between 2019 and 2023. Many young Portuguese can no longer afford to live in the city where they were born. Short-term rental platforms like Airbnb made things worse. Owners prefer to rent apartments to tourists and digital nomads rather than to local for a whole year. This reduced the supply of homes and made rent even higher. Some residents began protesting, saying that their country was becoming a playground for the rich. The government is aware of this problem. In 2023, it stopped new Golden Visa programs for property investors and limited Airbnb licenses in the city centers. These changes show that Portugal is trying to protect local while staying open to global talent. One reason digital nomads choose countries like Portugal is geo arbitrage. It means earning in a strong currency like dollars or euro and spending in a place where prices are lower. For example, if a Big Mac costs $5.69 in the US but only a half that in Portugal, a person earning American wages can live much better there. This difference in cost allows digital nomads to save money or work fewer hours. For Portugal, this also means more money circulating in the economy. This is a win-win situation, at least in theory. Portugal is not just a sunny vacation spot, it's becoming a serious digital hub. The country's location is perfect, the closest point in Europe to North and South America. This makes it ideal for undersea internet cables that connected continents. Huge technology companies are building data centers and research facilities here. One project near the port city of Science is worth more than 4 billion US dollars and will create over 1,000 skilled jobs. As artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and online businesses continue to grow, Portugal could become a digital bridge between continents. Still, not everything is perfect. Internet speed and 5G coverage are improving, but not everywhere. Bureaucracy and slow paperwork sometimes frustrate foreign entrepreneurs. In smaller towns, English is not always spoken, which can make communication difficult. Local people are also fear losing their identity when city centers fill with foreigners, prices go up, and Portuguese culture can fade into the background. So, what will happen next if Portugal continues to welcome digital workers but also supports affordable housing and fair wages? It could become a model of sustainable digital living. It might show how a small country can turn remote work into long term prosperity. But if prices keep rising and locals keep moving out, the gap between residents and foreigners could become a serious local problem. The balance between openness and protection will decide Portugal's future. Portugal's experience gives a lesson to other nations. In the digital age, borders matter less. People can choose where to live based on lifestyle, internet quality, and culture, not just where their company is. Countries that offer good conditions, safety, and friendly communities can attract thousands of skilled workers from around the globe. At the same time, they must care for their own citizens. Good policies should make sure that economic growth helps everyone, not just a lucky few. Portugal is now experimenting with this idea in real time, and the world is watching. The story of Portugal is not just about travel or technology, it's about how work, money, and society are changing in the 21st century. It shows that a small nation can reinvent itself by using a culture, beauty, and openness to attract global talent. Digital nomads may stay only for a year or two, but their presence already shapes cities, jobs, and even national identity.